Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our journey through the Scriptures. Today, we're diving into a powerful story from the book of Numbers, chapters 17 and 18. It's a story about leadership, divine confirmation, and the responsibilities that come with a sacred calling. So, grab your Bible and let's get into it. Imagine the scene. The Israelites are in the wilderness, and there's been a lot of grumbling and rebellion against the leadership of Moses and Aaron. People are questioning who truly has the authority to lead. After a dramatic and tragic rebellion led by Korah, God decides to settle the matter once and for all in a way that no one could ever dispute again. So, in Numbers chapter 17, God gives Moses a very specific instruction. He tells him to collect a staff from the leader of each of the 12 tribes of Israel. On each staff, the leader's name was to be written. For the tribe of Levi, Aaron's name was to be written on their staff. These 12 staffs were then to be placed inside the tent of meeting, right in front of the Ark of the Covenant. God makes a promise. The staff of the man he chooses will sprout. This miraculous sign would finally put an end to the constant complaining and challenges to leadership. So Moses does exactly as he's told. He gathers the staffs and places them before the Lord. The next day, Moses goes back into the tent, and what he finds is truly astonishing. 11 of the staffs are exactly as they were, just pieces of dry wood. But Aaron's staff, the one representing the tribe of Levi, had not only sprouted, but it had budded, blossomed, and even produced ripe almonds. Think about that for a moment. A dead piece of wood had come to life. This wasn't just a little sprout. It was a full cycle of life. From budding to flowering to bearing fruit, happening overnight. This was an undeniable supernatural sign from God. There was no room for debate. God had clearly and publicly confirmed Aaron and his descendants, the Levites, as his chosen priests. Moses brings all the staffs out for the people to see. Everyone witnesses the miracle. They see Aaron's living, fruit-bearing staff, and they take back their own lifeless ones. The message was crystal clear. God then instructs Moses to put Aaron's staff back in front of the ark as a permanent reminder against rebellion. It served as a testament to God's chosen authority. The people's reaction is one of fear and awe, as they finally grasp the seriousness of approaching God without proper authority. This leads us directly into chapter 18, where God lays out the specific duties and provisions for the priests and the Levites. Now that their roles have been divinely confirmed, God clarifies their responsibilities. He speaks directly to Aaron, telling him that he and his sons will bear the responsibility for any offense related to the sanctuary and the priesthood. This was a heavy and sacred trust. Their job was to minister in the tabernacle, to offer sacrifices, and to stand as mediators between God and the people. The other Levites, their kinsmen, were assigned to assist them. They were to take care of the tabernacle, but they could not come near the sacred vessels or the altar, a duty reserved only for the priests. This clear distinction of roles created order and holiness in the worship of God. And how would these men and their families be supported? They weren't given a portion of land like the other tribes. Instead, God made a beautiful promise. He told Aaron, "I am your portion and your inheritance among the Israelites." Their provision would come directly from the offerings the people brought to the Lord. The tithes, the first fruits, the best of the oil, wine, and grain, these would sustain the priests and Levites. This system was a beautiful illustration of mutual support and reliance on God. The people honored God by bringing their tithes and offerings, and in doing so, they supported the priests who ministered on their behalf. The priests, in turn, dedicated their lives to serving God and the community, trusting Him completely for their provision. It was a covenant of service and sustenance, all centered around the presence and worship of God. So what can we take away from these two chapters? We see a God who brings life from death to confirm His calling. We see the importance of respecting divinely appointed leadership and the order God establishes. And we're reminded that those who are called to serve God are also sustained by Him. God is our ultimate portion and inheritance. Thank you so much for joining me today to explore this incredible story. It's a powerful reminder of God's sovereignty and His faithful provision. If this message resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next study together. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, may you find your inheritance in the Lord.